That was quite the abrupt song change. Nice. Let's get going. All right. Picking up where we left off yesterday, we are here and we have to get these errors from the deployments, from Sentry, from Playwright back into the coding agent. So that's what we're going to do today. We're calling it feature transport, feedback transport. So basically anything that breaks, anything that fails along the way, we got to give it back into the original agent that was building the feature for us so that it has context into what it broke. And so it can hopefully do this feedback loop more than just like an agent inside of CI, right? That's like Claude coding agent, Claude review agent, because I feel like those are good, but they don't have the full context into what's going on. And I don't think it can catch bugs sooner rather than later. It can highlight potential bugs, but it can't catch bugs early. So we have to use Playwright for that. We have to use end-to-end tests or whatever. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. Get this whole guy going. When I get this going, we'll get started. Potentially stoked about it. All right. Let's get started on the feature transport CI feature / Sentry error and reinvoke an agent with a spec plus failure as structured. I think everything is up to date. Currently, this shouldn't be there anymore. Yeah. Okay. I want to go look at the various deployments real quick while this is infusing right now. Let's go look at Vercel. Sorry. Let's go look at Vercel and look at the dude, can we do this later? Don't do this to me right now, dude. Don't do this to me right now. I've been using Vercel for... Okay. So we got web from main, looks about right. and then marketing as well. So we're chilling there. And let's go to Railway, which is our back end. Just make sure we're Gucci from the last deploy. And staging. Okay. Not sure why this failure's here, but I haven't made any changes to the back end, so shouldn't have any failed. That's fine. I don't even have that set up yet. 22 hours ago to stage. No changes. Yeah, so that's fine. All right. So we're Gucci there. We're gonna go full steam ahead on this new feature. Firstly, we're gonna go check out main. Pull it down so we have all the most recent stuff. And yes, what triggers the agent? It will be a GitHub action, right? Because that's where we're deploying to. That's where that's the first. That's where it will have most of the information, right? It'll have most of the information about the run from all of these, right? So we do want GitHub actions. How autonomous is the fix itself? Agent commits to the branch, loops to green, recommended. Yes. Suggests only, yeah, no, we want it to do it by itself. Which CI failures should wake the agents? Unit end-to-end tests, not featured doc gate. Yeah, I mean, that's right. We don't want the agent to write its own feature if it doesn't have the feature gate doc, right? We should know this very early on. We'll do max 3 attempts, dude. I like that it's asking me this. It knows where I'm going. It's smelling when I'm stepping in. Let's see what it tells us. Also, I went in and changed in chat the other day. We were talking about a different landing page header. Before it was build features, not infrastructure. Now it's vibe code. We should just do vibe code, not coding. Vibe coding in production. Vibe code in production. Vibe code in production. We'll make that change real quick. Sweet. I don't ever get on Discord, but I was on stream yesterday and a homie pulled up, really sick dude. He has his own YouTube channel. I'm failing to remember what it's called. YouTube Quad H, I think. Quad H. Yeah, this guy. Seemed like a cool lad. So I just joined his Discord server and gonna start chatting it up with him. But anyways, go check him out. All right, all 4 lock the autonomous but bounded configuration, correct. Before we write the spec decisions section, I want to ground the mechanism in current docs rather than stale memory. Claude Code, GitHub Actions, headless event trigger mode, auth push behavior, GitHub token. As an aside, this system should be able to be used with LLM agnostic, meaning we shouldn't have to force it to use any specific LLM, but whatever LLM triggered it, say it's Codex, then it should pass it off to a Codex agent. If it was Claude, it should pass it off to a Claude agent. Or maybe it should be both. We'll delete this while we're thinking about it, etc. Yo, Quad, thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I joined your Discord server, dog. I forgot about it last night. I was cooked after stream. It was like 2:30 a.m. by the time I bounced, but I just went back and found it and joined. So looking forward to diving in and see what you guys got going on there. Yo, what up, Curd.dev? Curd.dev. Oh, you were in here the other day, I want to say. Because I think I looked up I went to your this.dev, I want to say. Yeah. This is actually a really cool kind of website. And I love that your YouTube name is your website link, which is sick. Yeah, I want to say you were in chat a couple weeks ago or something, maybe last week. Very cool. Such a good idea too, to have your handle like your domain. Mine obviously is not that. You get around, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I just remember going to your website the other day because of your name. Oh, nice, dude, nice. Yeah, I mean, I figure it's not a bad idea, right? If you're hanging out coding anyways at your computer all day long, which I am, why not like have a little server or whatever? Oh, Kurt, you're in Quad H's channel. Nice, dude. The Quads Lab. Nice. That's sick. Yeah. I will, for sure. I'll definitely join. I mean, I joined, but I'll definitely hop in there when I'm on or off stream. It doesn't matter. I'm at my desk most hours of the day, so although today I did take a much needed break from the computer screen, and I went outside and touched grass. I went to the dirt bike track today, and it was a lot of fun, dude. Let me see. Also, I have a funny story here in a second. Hold on. Where'd these pictures go? I know I took them today. Weird. Those pictures didn't upload. Google Photos. Yeah, this was today. Had a good old time. It was the first time I took the bike out in probably, well, since last spring. So we're sorry, last summer. So yeah, I'll have to buy head.dev. He's a smart one, don't let him fool you. There you go. Yeah, you ride dirt bikes, Kerr? That one's a KTM 450 is the one I have. I used to have a super bike too, but I no longer have that one. This is my bike. She's a cutie. I like her. What up, Lars? But yeah. All right. So for anyone just joining, today we're working on the last part, the last kind of scaffolding for the autonomous side of quote unquote vibe coding in production. We'll kick off a coding agent, which we can already do. It writes the feature, it writes unit tests, it writes end-to-end tests, internal documentation, public help docs, et cetera, et cetera. When there's failures in the unit tests or end-to-end tests, or there's failures in Sentry, which comes from these, whether it's API based or otherwise, we want to feed that back into the original coding agent so that so they can try and self-heal. And we're doing it a max of 3 times, just so we don't run up the tab on our agents. So just an FYI, kind of what we're trying to do today. All right, how should the agents fix commits be pushed so they retrigger CI? Oh, interesting. I don't like this idea. Create a small GitHub app, store app ID, app private key as a secret, commit push under the app's bot identity, retrigger CI correctly. Well, I only don't like this because I've never done it. I've never built a GitHub app, which I'm not afraid to do, but that was my first knee-jerk reaction to it recommending something I don't know. Fine-grained one secret, a personal access token with repo and workflow scope. Simplest setup, but it's tied to your user account. Broader scoped. Okay, interesting. This isn't. But the thing that I'm thinking about is what's going to be easiest for people who are trying to set this up manually too. Like if I open source this, what's the best way for solo founders to do this? And I think it's this, right? You don't have to go through another configuration. Yeah, so we're going to do fine-grained personal access token. These nuts. I'm building two I'm building 2 things. The first one is basically the platform boilerplate, like the scaffolding, to be able to allow me to vibe code in production. So all of these guys, you know, Nest, Cloudflare, Railway, Vercel, Neon Postgres, Next, BetterAuth, Stripe, Resend, GoHighLevel for marketing, GitHub, DocuSaurus, Sentry, Playwright, all that stuff in one app. It's a boilerplate that can be reused over and over and over and over and over. So that's the first thing. That's what we're doing right now. After that, I'm building my own app on top of it, which will be V1 of this app. Post once, publish everywhere. So it takes a post from TikTok or wherever the source is and then reposts it to the different social platforms. But then on top of that, that's like the first layer of what it does. It also... what? Why? Oh, wait. After that, we'll be able to set up automations for those posts that'll look like, on this like kind of graphical kind of thing like this. So this will be the original post. It'll repost that same one to like the different platforms that you choose. But then you'll also be able to take the transcript, analyze the frame by frame screens or whatever from the video, and then repurpose that in different types of templates. The previews aren't working right now just because this is like V0. But, and it also comes with like a bunch of dashboard analytics. And I have a lot of features in there too, actually, that I have disabled right now. Feature toggles. Yeah, AI content generation, analytics, obviously API access, MCP, CLI, comment analysis. This is going to be a huge one, actually. I'm giving you all the sauce right now, actually, for what I'm doing. So if you guys want to go build this before me, be my guest. Comment analysis, which will pull all their comments on like cron jobs and give them ideas on which ones may warrant like a follow-up post, because bigger creators that have hundreds of thousands of followers, 100,000 plus, they're not monitoring comments. So this will be one of them. Competitor analysis, so seeing what your guys in your niche are doing. I forgot about milestones. Yeah, so I have some cool stuff on the roadmap, but it starts with this boilerplate. I appreciate you. Thank you. A lot of what I want to do is like, there's other platforms that do similar things. They don't do the templatized reposting or repurposing, so that'll be unique to me. But there's lots of other platforms that actually do the reposting, which drives a good point where it's like, nowadays most things that can be built have been. You just have to do it better, or your own unique spin on it, and you have to market it better. So a lot of what I'm doing with this whole journey with Soku is, Soku's my platform, is a lot of the marketing side, because I know how to code, I know how AI works, I know how to build features, I know how to do all that stuff. And so the biggest journey for me will be the marketing and sales side of things, which I don't know too much about, which I'm super excited about. So that's where Go High Level comes in, and Post Hog, because we'll be able to analyze what users are doing. Like their usage analytics. And so, for example, say I offer a 7-day free trial, or say I offer like the first tier is like, you can post. Me too, dude. It's similar. So Sudoku is like the game. Soku means, in Japanese, it means immediately, which in my head, it's like, okay, you post something somewhere and it posts to the other ones instantaneously. Where's that going? I don't know, I lost my train of thought. Okay. Approve the spec so I can scaffold it. I have not tried that. I don't know what that is. Well, I need to give it. Where did my... So this shouldn't only be a Claude feature. It should be any supported LLMs, which the two will want to support off the rip are Claude and Codex. What is killer Sudoku? I gotta. Is it this app right here? Dude, this one time, I kid you not, I wish I had a picture of it. I probably do somewhere. But I was on a plane flight from, I want to say it was from France back to Nashville. And I played Sudoku the entire time. And I beat like 3/4 of the levels. I felt pretty proud of myself, to be honest. Just like raw dogging Sudoku the entire 8-hour flight. Basically, there are multiple cells of the box drawn around them and a little number, and those cells need to add up to that number on the top right. What? That sounds insane, actually. That's crazy, actually. Whoa. So these three have to add up to this number, or these three. Oh, sorry, these three. That's crazy, actually. Wow. And then these four, or sorry, these three. Dang, that's crazy. So these two have to add up to 11. These three have to add up to 12. Well, that's what it currently is, though, because this is... Wouldn't that kind of make it easier, though? Because you have like a guide of what this could be. Like there's only so many combinations of numbers that are available that would also add up to this number. Right, because you can't, well, there's only 2 here that were pre-filled. Does it start empty or does it start... Click the first link. Yeah, so I feel like this is easy because I immediately know what this one is, right? It's 1 because it has to add up to 12. But maybe this is an easy one, right? And this, oh, it's all 4 of these. Okay, and like this one is, yeah, I feel like this is probably an easier version because there's so many of them filled out already. Like that's 3. This is 1. 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 3. Oh, what? 7, 8. Oh, I did the wrong one. Oops. It is kind of hard to see. So this is 4. Oh, this is easy. Oh no, there's music. Christ. Oh, it's like 0. So that would be hard. Let's go hard. But still, though, it's like I immediately know what this is. Right? No, I love Sudoku, so... And this is kind of just pontificating over here. So, I mean, I could see how it could get hard, though. Remember, this is 9. This is 2. I guess you just gotta find the ones that are... This is 2 right here, so this is 6. This is... So this is 1 square, so it's telling me what it is? Is this literally 4? Because there's only 1 square here? That's weird. Then it's telling me this is 1? How is this hard? This is literally 5? I'm kind of confused right now, boyos, how this is difficult. Okay, this is 18. Okay, let's start up here. 3 can't be 1. 2 can't go here, so a 2 has to go here. So one of these is 2 for sure ski. And this is 1. This is 2. This is 7. What? There shouldn't be individual squares where it literally tells you what it is. That makes it so easy. 4 can't be 1, so it has to be... Oh, interesting. Has to equal 4, so this is 1, and this is 3. Yeah, I feel like this is easier, boys. Because it's like a cheat code. Otherwise, I'd have to figure out where the 3 is in here. But now I know, because like it can only be one of one thing. Because it can't be 2 2s. It can't be a 0 and a 4. But this is fun though. So 10. I guess I should go all the way through. I mean, I'm getting all the easy ones off the rip, right? Probably. But again, here, like this is 1, this is 3, 5. So we could do this one. So we have 2s left. We have a 2, 4, 7, and a 9. 2, 4. Yeah, so the 2 and the 4 go here. And the 4 can't go there, so 4, 2, and then there's no way of knowing which one's which. Because this whole thing is 30. Yeah, we gotta come back to this one. 7 and 9, mental note. So 10, so the only 2 that are left right here. 1, 2, it's a 3. Oh, 3 goes here. And then this is 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15. We need a 6, 4, 2. So 6 goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 5. 1, 2 goes here because it won't equal 15. Or is this 3 of them? Oh, this is 3 of them. So 2 could go in here. This whole thing equals 27? That's a big one, dog. So 2 probably goes here because this has to equal 27. Yeah, y'all got me mad distracted, dogs. Okay, how should we transport decode which agent owns a feature? Claude versus Codex. Spec formatter agent. Set planning. Set, yes, correct. Well, actually, I like this idea more. What do y'all think? How should the transporter know which LLM to choose how to route it to fix it? So if we used Claude to write the feature, you know, on our phone or something, how should it know? Spec formatter. So like in the original spec, it comes out with saying this is a Claude spec feature, which is what Claude is, which Claude is recommending. PR label, which will be assigned, you know, during PR time, or detect from commit author. I don't like that idea. So it's one of the 2 of these. I want to say PR label is more deterministic. Like it's like the LLM will still have to figure out which one to use versus it is this one, use this one. I like the PR label more. Approve this LLM agnostic spec scaffold branch. Yes, submit answers. All right, let's get back to this. So we have 1, I'm almost positive this is a 2. Because, well, it is, because nothing else, 2 plus whatever can't equal 15. So this is a 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 4 and a 5. Oh, this is all 3. So I could be wrong. A 4 and a 5 is 9 plus 6 is 15. So I was right anyways. No way of knowing which one this is though yet. We would just be guessing. So one, 2, this is 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is fun though, actually, because it makes you like, there's like some speed aspect to it too on this one. 1, 2, 3. What is this one missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 9. This equals 5 right here. So it's a 1 and a 4, or a 2 and a 3. 2 can't go here. It's not a 2, so it's a 1 and a 4. Yeah, so it's a 1 and a 4. Don't know which goes where yet, though. Oh, no, the 1 goes down here. 4 goes here. Sounds good. I'll wait for the clean tree. Get stash. Oh. the trash. We'll just do that for now. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes somewhere in here. 5, 6, 6, 8, and a 9. 6 can't go here. These two 16 right here? There's 2? Yeah, these 2 are 16. There's only one combo that can do 16, right? It's 8. Well, no, it could be 9. Nine, 8, or 7. So you have 4. 4 can't go there. Could go there. Could go in any of those. So one can't go here, one can't go here. Let me figure out where the 4 on this one goes. So that'll be helpful. Because the 4 can't go in here, so one of the 4s is on these. There's no 4s down here though. Bummer. Oh, true. For right here, the 15. Where was that? Or 16? This one? Yeah. 9 and 7. This is 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 goes on one of these. Don't know which one yet. 4, 5. Oh, 4 and 5 go here somewhere. Okay, let's see where this is at real quick. Spec approved, ready to be committed. Oh, it is committed already. Approved spec. Edit CI surface validator. Not pushed. Stayed out of it. Your prerequisites needed for the loop to fire, not for building or merging. The workflow can be built and even merged before these exist. It won't run until they're present. Okay. Where do I put those? Where do I put those? That's the only bad thing about this is I guess when it goes back through, it will be using the API version, which is more expensive, like quite a bit more expensive, which does not feel great. I'm gonna go create those keys off screen real quick. Platform. API keys, create a key, launch Soku. Copy this. Forgot about this. Paste it there for the time being. And we'll go OpenAI real quick. Yes. And then API keys, create a new key, launch Soku, default, create a key, copy, paste. Okay. And then I need to do the personal access token. Oh, it's a GitHub secret. Okay, I'm gonna do this off screen too real quick. GitHub, launch Soku, settings, developer settings, personalized, fine-tuned, generate a new token. God. Okay. We'll do only select repositories. We'll do launch Soku. And what permissions do I need for the GitHub personal access token? Dang it. What permissions do I need for the GitHub personal access token? I think it needs actions. Mm-hmm. Oh, autofix. This is a personal access token, right? Yeah. Contents. Contents. Read and write. We need workflows. Read and write. Metadata. I think it's already in there. Read only, it's fine. That's it. You do not need to add the pull requests. Store the generated value as, okay, perfect. Generate token, copy, paste. All right. I'm gonna do this off screen real quick because it's keys and shit. This is Anthropic. Okay, do one more. I guess I can do this on screen since it's hiding it. Sometimes it doesn't hide it. Sweet. All right. We're gonna get back to this Sudoku thing, dude. It's so funny. Now I want to finish it though. All right, so we have 1, 5, 6, 7, and a 9. Hell yeah, dude. Do it. At ease, soldier. I'm just waiting for Claude to finish up his planning task. All right, what's going on here? One caveat to keep in mind: the commits push with this path appear will with this appear authored as you. If you prefer to fix the commits to show under a distinct bot identity instead, that's the case for a GitHub app token rather than a personal access token. Yeah, we're gonna do this for now. I don't hate it for now. I am gonna look into while we're waiting though. Git launch Soku. It might not even be that difficult, to be honest. I've just never done it, so I'm curious. No, this settings. Settings, developer settings, GitHub apps, new app. Yeah, we make a callback URL. This is going to be confusing for people, which, you know, that's part of it, is like building this whole thing for them. But it's one more thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it right here for now. I could do this and it'd probably take me 20 minutes. But for the nature of how we're building this, I think it's fine just to use a personal access token. Five goes here, and this is 6. But there's no way I would have figured that out if that 11 wasn't there. That's why I feel like it's kind of easier in a sense. 3, 4, 5. So 6 goes here. 7 goes here. 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. This needs a 1. So 10, 19, 22. Wait a second. 10, 19, 20, 21. Oh, so this is a 1. And 1, 2 needs a 3, so 3 goes here. And then a 7. What was this again? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's these 3. 4 to 5. Okay, so 11 here. 1, 2, 3 and an 8. So 8, 3, Needs a 1. Got you. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like the numbers being there is actually more helpful than them not being there. Because you have a vague general idea of the patterns that'll lead you to, like the math that'll lead you to get there. Before, it's like, I think this 7, like this one was really easy to figure out. And if that wasn't there, I wouldn't have known that. But alas, I digress. It's still fun. Sudoku's fun, dude. Like, I mean, obviously I'm playing it in midstream. So distracted. So we need a 1, 2. So 2 goes here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 and a 9. 1 and a 9. And they're both in this little cheeky. See, if this was shorter, I would know. If it was just these 3, I would know exactly which one it was. But I don't. Okay. So 1, what did I say? A 1 and a 9? Yeah. Oh, it's 4 though. Interesting. It's this whole thing. It's confusing sometimes. Feature, feedback, feedback transport. Oh, did it already push it? Get status. Did it already push it? I mean, it'd be sick if it did, I think. Pull requests. It already opened the PR, which is sick. Okay. So review and merge the PR18. It's CI. I need to get rid of, because this is bothering me, because this Vercel web is failing this check every time because Neon branch limit. So I need to go into Neon and I think disable the Vercel integration because I don't particularly need it. Or at least yeah, yeah, I just don't think I need this. Just gonna disconnect. We'll skip that. And go back into GitHub. Refresh. Okay, all checks have passed. We'll hard refresh this. We'll wait till this finishes building for all intents and purposes, but Jay said the blue one a while back. I don't know what he's talking about on TikTok. I wasn't on TikTok earlier. All right, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. We still don't know which ones that is. And then this, we need a 1 in this thing. We need a 1 in here. Okay, we can't figure that out yet. Let's try, what's this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 6 is here. 6 and a 9. 1, 7. 1, so we need a 2. A 3. And an 8. So 2 probably goes here. 8 probably goes here. Right? Because 7, 8, 9. Well, that would be. Oh, the 3 goes in one of these. And then the 8. We don't know which one. Three and the 8, and then the 1, 2 goes here. Yeah, it's building. It's building in this right now, the Soku web. It's pretty much all done. I don't know why this is still building though. It's already done. I think it just got hooked up on this. And so it's all done. I just merge that into main. Now how do we go and test this and intentionally make it fail? To where it breaks something and then self-heals. Not specifically leaving out the feature document. I don't think this is feeding in railway deployment error logs or Sentry stuff yet. So we're gonna have to do that. That'll be our next task, is to get every environment log, or the failing ones at least, back into the system. Yo, what up, Ashla? Good to see you again. They have me on this side quest of doing this Sudoku killer game, dude. And I'm almost done. But right now, we're cooking on the feedback transport. So we're trying to break something in production on purpose and then make it self-heal with the system that we just built. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need a 5. So 5 goes here. 6, 7 and an 8. Still don't know where those go. 7 or 8 right here. 1, 2. We need a 3. 3 goes here. 4. 4 goes here. 5, 6, 7. 7. Yeah, I don't know where 7 goes yet. 1, 2, 3. So 3 goes here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 6. Oh, all the 6s are there. What is this one missing? A 1 and a 9. I don't have that yet. What is this missing? A oh wait, what is this? 10. See this one? This is a perfect example of like, I'd have probably been stuck longer if I didn't know that this was an 8. Oh well, that was the only one left, but whatever. So this is a 5. No, probably a 4 and a. Oh, this is 6. I was dumb. 4 and a 1. This is 4. Oh no, 4s are gone. 2's already there. Oh, 1 and a 5. 5. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 1. Nice. That was fun. That was fun. I like that a lot, actually. It's like, it's somehow more stimulating than the regular Sudoku. I think I like it more, even though it may be a little easier in ways. Now the expert version, I don't know about that, because there's nothing. Like, you can't go off anything. So, okay, self-heal test is live. I'm watching it in PR19. Self-heal smoke has the planted bug. Add numbers, returns, expects 5. Cascade I'm watching for across the workflow runs. Did you already do it? It'd be crazy if it already started doing it while we were talking. Ooh, and it added a little thing in there. Okay, CI failed. Let's see what happens, because this is supposedly, with a B, it's supposedly cooking. I can't say it. It's supposedly cooking in the background. How can we verify that? Can we go into our Claude console? Console. Oh, it's platform. Platform.claude, and see our API usage per. Oh, we can do it here. April 21st. Well, that's just adding it. Can we see the usage? Where's the usage? Last used never. How will I know if it's working in the background or not? Still never used on this little cutie. Test setup works. So CI concluded failure because of the bug, precisely the trigger the transport needs. Let me check where things are right now. I'm just thinking that because we're using Claude, right? This has, the agent is specified as Claude, and I gave it this API key. It's never been used, so I think it's just idle. Like there's something in our configuration that's probably not right. That's my first assumption, at least. Oh yeah, Ashley, you're in QE, right? So that's probably like y'all's slogan, which is a great thing to have, right? Like the whole goal is to find bugs no one else can, which is insane. Okay, so something failed. It'd be cool to have like an admin dashboard for all this stuff too, like to see what's going on under the hood. Am I gonna do that? Maybe, maybe not. Good news first, the transport triggered correctly, agent fix woke on the CI, failure, checked out, branched, installed, ran, decide, it got the prompt step, so routing per job logic worked, and then failed at assemble agent prompt with build prompt spec is required. Our test branch has no spec file, so this is actually going according to plan, but we just didn't handle that edge case inside of the CI. This is the loop catching the bug itself. There was 2 correct responses. I'll do both. Test intended path now. Okay. Note the robustness. Fix -- spec optional, so no spec branch can still self-heal from logs and diff. Yeah, that's fine. I think. In the future, we'll want to make sure this doesn't get passed in, right? Because we always want a spec. We always want the original. We always want the new agent, the bug fix agent, when it passes back into self-heal to know full context about what the original feature was, what the old app was, and so it can look at the failure and then fix that thing specifically. So it's removing the step where we go in and we push to production, or sorry, we open a pull request to main, and then we hit an error in CI, or we hit an error, on the deployments, and then we copy and paste, like for the beginner, right? We copy and paste that bug back into the terminal window where we've been doing all this stuff to begin with, and like, hey, this broke, fix it, right? This is what we're doing right now, is eliminating that step from the process. Me going into Railway, in here, going into this deployment failure, viewing the logs, so what happened, deployment log or build logs, health check failed, deploy logs, oh, big nasty, unheralded error event, right, whatever this is. I actually don't even know what this is. Copying this whole thing, command copy, we had an error in Railway. This is what it is. Try and fix it, right? What we're trying to do is resolve that human interaction copy paste, because if we're truly going to, vibe code or context engineer in production, when we're out in the wild, right, and we have a feature idea, we're not going to be able to go into Railway and look at these deployment logs and see what failed. We're going to have a half-baked feature that broke and can't be fixed until we get back to our computer, which is not the goal. Okay, clear now. The new CI run is in progress, hasn't failed yet, so no fresh agent run. Okay, cool. So it's running again. This just failed. So now, schwink, let's go in here. This should update to today, if and when this little cutie starts working correctly. In theory, let's do a hard refresh and see what happens. Shift Command R on the Mac. Still never. Every time I refresh and I see never again, I lose a tiny bit of hope that this feature is running. Okay, the watcher rearmed correctly, now ignoring everything before. $3.55, the fresh CI run is on in progress. What's new? We got past the prompt assembly, spec fix worked, ran for 80 seconds, a Claude step executed, then failed. Let me see which step. Okay. I don't know how it knows all this. Let's see what commands it's running. Control O, Control O. Well, it said it ran, so it still should have updated, right? New. Control O. I need to find a new royalty-free live stream music channel, because I do like, deep house music, but I get bored with genres really easily. This is good listen to music though for streams. Claude needs ID token right. The known suspect fixes, two known suspected fixes to batch into one edit. Add ID token right to the job permissions. Job permissions. Edit only mode for the Claude step confirming now, so it leaves the changes for our workflow to commit push via pat rather than pushing its own branch. Since agent fix YAML runs from main, that fix goes via a quick fix PR merge, then re-trigger the smoke branch. I'll apply both the moment the guide confirms to edit only mechanism report. Okay. So it's going to look at the guide. Oh man, my knees key. Yeah. Quad, I'm probably gonna try the one with no starting numbers. I just read your message about that. Probably gonna try one of those after stream. I'm not gonna do another one on stream. That would be crazy. Okay. The guide gave the decisive answer. Claude Code Action v1 has no edit only mode. It always commits pushes. Okay, that's fine. Headless edits working tree, no git. That's exactly what our adapter edits workflow commits via pat contract. Yeah. So just had to add this in there. Now validate YAML commit and push and open the fix PR. So it should open another PR into this one, methinks, when it's done, which will have these same things in there. GitHub Actions gave detailed logs to Claude. Oh, you were asking how it knows what's going on? Yeah. Yeah, it's a GitHub skill under the hood, and it's just querying. It's probably using the GitHub CLI. Which is why I like working in the terminal. Quantumizing. PR20, yeah. So this one, I think, is getting merged into this one. Oh, it already merged it. What? That's crazy. Okay. It merged it into main. That's kind of scary. It merged it into main. Dude, that's actually really scary. Few details. And it didn't even wait for it to pass everything, which is very scary. We're going to have to fix that in a second because that's that's a no-no. Like, everything has to be green for it to merge, regardless. Yikes. Scary. Okay, well, it's already done, so let's go in here. This one's running again. This should fail here in a second. Yeah, they should fail here in a second. I wonder what my usage is right now, because we've been... Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't code fast enough, and maybe, you know, this stuff will change that. But I've never hit my usage limits. Maybe I just don't do enough. Sweet. That failed, which is what we wanted. We want Claude to notice it did that. It's gonna, I think Claude is gonna open its own Claude-fix. It's gonna hopefully merge it into this one. This passes, and then it'll make us merge this into main, because we don't have it to where we don't have it to where Claude is allowed, or any of the LLMs is allowed to merge PRs into main autonomously yet. I think we're cooking, chat, actually. You know, this is only the first step. We still got to connect Railway and PostHog and Vercel logs and Playwright. Well, I think Playwright might already work, actually. So if one of these things failed, I think it would feed back in there. Anything in here, I think will already feed back in there. Worth noting on how far we've come on this integration. The transport already triggers, decides, routes, assembles, and the spec plus failure prompt invokes with Claude and valid auth every stage, but the final edit commit push is what exactly this fix targets. Thank you, Claude. Let's see what's going on under the hood. Is there any more things changing? No. Commits. So it did 2 of these. I'm looking for another one. Well, I'm looking for a merge into here at any moment. Oh wait, I can go back here and check. Never. Dang it. Check on the status of pull request 19 and where it is in the process. Ooh! No way! Look! Oh, well this... Who is this? Oh man. Wait, what? I'm a little confused right now because... Wait, what? That's me. And this is a private repository. What was that? I closed out of it too quickly, and now it's gone. Deployment summary. Yeah, who is this? Commit author does not have contributing access to the project on Vercel. Hobby plan does not support collaborative private repositories. Who is this guy? I'm confused. I'm going to have to rotate all my keys because I don't know who this is. Perfect. Or was this... Let's Google this real quick. Yeah, I'm thrown right now. Well, at least GitHub blocked it Vercel blocked it for me. Let's see if it fixes this though, because that's the real test if it did go in here, because this should have another commit on it. I don't know why it's this user. Okay. AEEAG. I don't understand what that is. Let me ask Claude. Claude self-heal loop is proven. What next? Pick any. Bro, it's not proven yet. Question, when the self-heal happened, Vercel front end, Vercel marketing and web deployments were blocked because it was coming from an unknown user. This is the user ID, or the username. I'm not sure why it would be coming from this user because I use the personal access token which I created, which should be me, correct? Let's see. We're getting close though, boys. We are getting close. The fix for this would be, well, we need to figure out why it's defaulting to this user account, because it's my personal access token. It should just be me, right? It shouldn't be as random GitHub. Because of the history, like I want to say GitHub was founded back. Well, GitHub was founded in 2008. Okay. I mean, this user has contributions from 2010. It's got to just be a dummy user, but I just don't know why it picked this one. Why has it still never been used? Yeah, because this is aimed to be for solo founders, I'm building it to where it's like the least friction. Could I have done it to where it was a GitHub app? Yes, maybe I'll add that in the future, but for now it's like, this is for people like me, probably most people in chat, to just get started with a really good repo from the rip. PR 21. Skipping a PR. I don't like that it's doing this before the checks finish. I need to fix that as soon as possible. That's crazy. That's crazy that it merged it before. Yeah, before any of the checks passed. Like these are still running. So I'll have to fix that. We'll do a Codex smoke run and then clean up. See what happens there. Hopefully it cleans out both PRs. Well, these passed anyways, so. I think it's just model preference, whichever benchmark that you think, that you believe more, whatever output that you feel like that you like more. I don't think there's any real glaring advantage to either over the other. Some people like it's kind of like Coke versus Pepsi. They're kind of the same thing, right? Like not one or the other is pulling away in an insane way, right? They both do agentic coding pretty well, in my opinion. I like Claude a lot. I like Codex a lot. I use them interchangeably. Okay, watching for healed. Let's go in here. Codex, no spec. This should fail. It should fail this one, methinks. Also, I love this more than what it suggested in the spec file. It's very deterministic. Ashta, which one do you tend to prefer? Let's see. Come on, I need you to fail. Nice. So failed. Under the hood. Dude. Platform. API keys. This little cutie. Last use never though. Again with the never. Again with this never word right here. Let's see what it's gonna do. It's gonna need to notice what happened, get the error, pass it back in, merge the fix into this branch, and then this should turn green in a second. Obviously, it's all under the hood. Nice. Yes, sir. Back at it, big dog. I actually, like, this is all kind of foreign to you, Bucky, but as far as like what I'm trying to accomplish and what I'm doing, I made like massive progress. Yeah, so we're like in the last 2 minutes to see if it actually worked, which is dope. All right, so we're waiting on another commit to be pushed in here, and it's going to look something like the old one from Claude. It's going to look something like this one. This one. Fix auto Codex attempt 1. Or yeah, it should say that in here. Hey, yes sir. We're all out here grinding, am I right? Also, I like reading your little notes on Instagram, dude. Like the little notes feature. I don't know. I love to see a homie getting hyped too. I use Claude. Nice. And it's from me, which is great. It's not that other guy. Don't do it. Don't you dare merge this without everything passing. That would get me heated. Okay, I use Claude Code, Gemma 4 plus Open Code DCB4 for local tasks. I operate Git manually. Nice, dude. Nice. Yo, what up, Abdul? Yes, sir. Yeah, you were in chat a couple days ago, or yesterday, I think. How you been, dog? Abdul, we're working on vibe coding in production right now, basically. Self-healing PRs. So giving our LLMs of choice a spec file, how to write the new feature, it writing it on its own, creating new tests. This is just the first step. So we haven't done all this yet, but whenever it encounters an error, throwing that back into the loop and then it fixing itself up to 3 times, you know, it tries to fix itself up to 3 times so it doesn't get in this infinite loop. And then when it does, everything will be green. We'll be able to review it and then merge it manually. Until we have like high confidence. Oh, nice, dude. It passed. So it literally fixed its own bug, which is dope. I'm actually so stoked right now. Because like level one is level 1 of autonomous. Yeah, it is a mess, dude. It is a mess. I always wear a hat. I went out on the motorcycle today and I didn't wash my hair afterwards. I took a shower, don't get me wrong, but I didn't wash my hair. Dude, I'm so stoked right now. So stoked. It merged it on its own though. Well, it's okay that it did that because this is just testing and it knows that. So it actually closed it. It didn't merge it. It is scary when it does stuff in GitHub on its own. Playwright can be used for web scraping, yes, but I use it for end-to-end testing. So like user flows, which will be pivotal. This will be very, very important when we start writing out new features, right? So we don't introduce regressions. And if we do introduce regressions, this whole thing will know it. It'll spit that back into the agent, tell it like, hey, that the feature we just added actually broke something else in the app. This is what it did. Either update the end-to-end test or fix the feature so it's not broken. You know, so the pre-existing end-to-end test passes. All right, my dogs. I mean, that's it for the first level, right? So anything in CI, from my understanding, anything in CI that fails, it'll get spit back to the agent, and the agent will try and fix it up to 3 times. I want to see how much that cost. Let's see, did this run? Yeah, last used May. I wish you could see, I wish it was like Claude and you could see how much it cost. Because I do, oh, nice. Oh, shoot. Bummer. Okay, let's go look at this one more time. Because I just, this is bugging me. It's bugging me that this never ran. I want to make sure it's working for both Claude and Codex. That's one of the requirements. So there's no open pull requests. Let's do one more smoke test for Claude, because in the Claude console for the API token that I created for this integration, it still shows as never used. And I know we were having issues with Claude earlier. And so I just want to make sure that this is working on both Codex and Claude. Just FYI, Codex worked just a minute ago, as you already know. But I just wanted to point that out. Also, I figured out yesterday that I actually need to open a bug ticket. Is Claude open source, like the CLI version? I don't think so. GitHub. Anthropic. Dun, 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 dun. Code. No, it's not, I don't think. Anthropic. Skills, Claude Code. Oh, yeah. So I could actually try and fix this, because on Mac, what happens with their new voice integration, /voice, where you can like push spacebar and talk, it actually turns off my microphone. When I push down spacebar and start talking for the first time, it turns off this microphone. So it's like a terminal. I mean, it's a terminal bug, right? It's a TUI bug. So that'd be kind of a cool PR to write and try and fix for Anthropic. That'd be dope, dude. That'd be sick. Be my claim to fame. Actually, the previous Claude run tells a lot. Scroll to its end result block. Success, number of turns, total cost USD, standard. That's the real build API called 28 standard tier. 28 cents? That's actually kind of crazy for such a small thing like that. Claude genuinely did the work, even narrated the A to B, B to A minus B, A plus B fix. So the key was used, most likely reasons your console shows never used. Console lag, Anthropic's last use can take a while to update, or the key reviewing wasn't stored. Well, it's definitely stored, but there were some needs auth lines early in the action prohibiting OAuth before falling back. Okay, that's a long-winded way of saying the dashboard might not be real time. So maybe I just come check back later. Oh wait. Running in the background, when it heals, I'll fetch the new Claude step results block. Ouch, my knee. Yeah. I can also check this down here too, 2438. For anyone in chat, remember that number, 2438. Maybe after this runs, it'll go down. It's just not showing it in here yet. Which, if they're monitoring anything in real time, it's definitely going to be my credits. So I'm happy to see that this got used, though. I just wish it showed me how much it was. Oh, API key usage. Nice. Today, 12 requests, 38 cents. It's going to get very expensive to do this. I'm realizing we're building all this and it's going to be absolutely sick. But when it comes down to it, it might be too expensive to use. But then we'll just have to figure out some token mitigation, minimization tactics, like Caveman. Someone mentioned Caveman the other day. I have never used that because I've never run into token limits, but I've never really used the API. I mean, I have in other applications, but it was like minuscule because I was using lower tier models. But like for our coding agents, like we want to use the top dog, right? We want to use 5.5. We want to use 4.8. You know, or Codex and Anthropic respectively. So, all right, let's go back and look at GitHub. Self-heal Claude just a second ago. It failed on purpose. Waiting for 2438. This is the number. I'm going to have to take a screenshot because my short-term memory is actually dog. My long-term memory is actually really, really good. My short-term memory, dude, dog. So 2438. Ah, my knee. Someone's already done this, right? What I'm doing? Someone had to have already done this. I'm not the first one to think about this. Also, I had a sore throat a couple weeks ago, or sorry, last week. And I was taking like these cough drops, like these soothing mints, I guess. And now I'm like addicted to them. And so all I can eat are these things all day long for no reason. All right. Let's go back to GitHub. Waiting for that new commit from Claude. 2438. Big hard refresh. Yeah, 2409. It's just not showing up in here yet. Because it is going down, right? I just took a screenshot because I wanted to compare the two. This was just a minute ago. This is it now. So, like I mentioned, they care about this number most importantly. I guess they don't really care about updating this in real time. So, but it's working. This wasn't verifying. So what we'll want to do is connect to, I think what we want to do is perhaps connect to Anthropic and OpenAI's API and show these values, the cost, inside our app, so you don't have to bounce back and forth between Codex and Claude, and eventually Gemini, and eventually X build or Grok build. And so we'll be able to monitor it in real time. Okay, so it fixed it. Claude attempt number 1. It's probably going to work. And then Claude is waiting for this to finish. And so it's going to close it in a second. This is actually huge, chat. This is actually pretty huge. After this, not tonight, because I swore to myself I was only going to be on stream for an hour, but it's been like 2 now, which is fine. I work until the work is done. I don't work until I'm tired. I guess it's only been like an hour and 16. But tomorrow we need to get Railway. We need to get Railway in there, and then I want to fail one of these tomorrow. One of the end-to-end on purpose. I want to introduce a breaking feature that breaks end-to-end that wasn't supposed to break end-to-end, and see if it can fix that. Yeah, but that RAM, it's just going to close it. Cloud adapter reconfirmed, Bill API, authored as owner, throwaway. Perfect. It closed it. Did not merge it. Sweet. Level 1 of autonomous, like fully autonomous agentic coding and error bug self-healing complete. We did it. Not entirely earth-shattering, but I love that the feedback loop is in there and verified. Now we have to see if it'll work in production, like actual a real feature, right? Which our next one, well, actually I want to add Railway in there first. I want to add Railway in there and getting the logs from that, and then possibly post hog, but definitely Railway. Definitely Railway, definitely Vercel logs. So, Ashta, for what it's worth, been kind of working on this for the past 3 streams. I want to say 3 streams. So, but yeah, I'm super stoked right now. Super stoked. Big progress today. Also, I'm thinking about doing, this is a crazy idea, I think. I'm thinking about doing a 24-hour uninterrupted stream. I think I'm gonna do it when we get closer to building like all these features out, all of the MySoku features, and just crushing, dude. 24-hour nonstop stream, maybe even 48 hours. I don't know. But anyways, that's it for today. I feel really accomplished with how far we got with this. And to me, it's like the little things like this that I like. Like these little tags. Like this, the Claude one's purple. And then Codex is green. These are two of my almost favorite colors. My favorite color is like cyan blue, but anyways. Nice. All right, boys and girls. I appreciate y'all tuning in as always. I appreciate you chatting up with me, keeping me company, watching us build this, agentic vibe coding and prod. I think it's going to be dope. I'm super stoked. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to start feeding in Railway deployment logs for staging and production. So if that interests you at all, pull up. I don't know what time yet because I'm not that organized, but I'll be here. All right, boys. I'm out. Much love. Peace.